Along with Stan Van Gundy and Hall of Famer Grant Hill, I'm Brian Anderson. Allie LaForce will be with us courtside.
And there's always a little bit of animosity when these teams get together, but that is why it's a great rivalry.
Yeah, it's a game both teams get up for, regardless of recent records.
Well, Stanley was a 5-time All-Star. Chauncey Billups, just 1 year as an assistant before becoming a head coach.
Yeah, but Brian, Chauncey Billups was a guy that even when he was a player and then as a broadcaster, always thought like a head coach.
Here's Oklahoma City now. And Williams punches it home.
You can tell Dort keeps his options open when he has the ball. He'll set up another guy if he can.
Gilgeous-Alexander with a steal. And slam dunk by Gilgeous-Alexander.
Talk about taking advantage of the opportunity.
How about the anticipation right there that led to the steal? Then he goes straight to the bucket.
Turning great defense into great offense. That's the kind of stop you're looking for.
Gotta be careful how you guard Ayton. He's so creative at finding ways to draw fouls.
Portland's shooting their first free throws of the night now. That one misses. And here's Randall. He'll bring it up for Portland. It's a three-point game. Outside, Williams. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Rebound by the Trailblazers. Randall outside. Almost 2 minutes into the first here. Here's Henderson. And it's in there.
An athleticism on display there by Henderson. Just an acrobatic move to finish the play.
And that one goes in as he's fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts the free throw. Oklahoma City shooting their first free throw of the evening. And we've got a timeout called by Mark Daigneault. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy here. And about 2 minutes into the first quarter here. Now Portland with it. No good there. Good work defensively by Dort. And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
A bit ago, Mark Dackmelt and I were able to chat. How they'll go about defending DeAndre Ayton came up, and Coach told me once Ayton gets deep, it's too late. We need to find him early and not let him set up down low. Push him out to the line. That's a lot to be pushing around with Ayton being as big as they come, guys.
Appreciate the report, Allie.
Yeah, he might want to avoid looking over at the bench for a little bit here. A missed dunk like that is infuriating to a coach.
Stolen by Ball. Here's Sharp. Brown grabs the board.
That's the shot you hope for. Right at the rim. Just couldn't capitalize.
Williams misses.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
Here's Sharp. Oh!
Wow!
Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Oh, man. Sharp makes that look way too easy. That's elite bounce.
Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Inside, Holmgren. And that comes off the assist by Gilgeous-Alexander.
And setting the tempo with an assertive move. Like, where was the defense on that play?
Well, when you are the aggressor this early, it is intimidating.
It's good on the putback.
Well, Ayton has always been a solid offensive rebounder, and he's got the numbers to back it up.
Pass to Williams. From behind the arc. Knocks down the triple. Williams has got 5.
And you want to get him going as soon as possible. Great way for him to start this game.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what. If he gets into a good rhythm early, watch out.
Now here's Randall. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. Williams grabs the board.
And guys, his shot hasn't been falling this quarter. Time to settle down, refocus, and get a really high percentage look.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. He's been contributing over 15 a game. Clock at 6. Oklahoma City's got to hurry. They got to get up a shot. Stolen by Ball. The finish! And Ball throws it down.
A menace defensively. Ball with the steal. The bucket. Just a great few seconds there.
Pass to Dort. Beyond the arc. That shot off.
Given his range, you'd expect him to capitalize on that opening.
Ball into the lane. Sharp with it. Launches a 3. Yes, sir. And it's Ball with the assist that time.
And everybody wants to see what kind of range Sharp has. Looks like the NBA three-point line won't be a problem for him.
And there's the foul. It'll go on Shaedon Sharp. That's his first foul of the game.
And great job to establish position and square up.
Portland making a switch here. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Got it. Good job in the low post. Gilgeous-Alexander's gotten his second bucket of the game.
And I like what the defense was thinking, but Gilgeous-Alexander just outworks them and gets his shot.
And Chauncey Billups calls timeout here. He wants to review the game plan. Both teams deciding to change it up. Blazers trail by 5. DeRozan outside. Fires it. They get it back. Outside Carter. Second chance shot. Not enough on that one as it misses. And a fast break now for the Thunder. Here's Wallace. That three's off the mark. And so it's Carter who brings up the ball for the Trailblazers. Here's Avdia. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. Well, the defender's stopping the developing fast break. That looks like a transition take foul. And taking a quick look here at the hustle stats for Oklahoma City.
Well, they're playing with great pace, pushing the ball up the floor, and attacking before the defense can get set.
And I've also liked how they've attacked the opposition off of turnovers. I mean, just making them pay for every mistake out there.
Good work there as it goes.
Great touch there. It's just so tough to defend a floater like that.
Pass to Dawkins. Optia with it. Covered by Smith. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. Daniel Gafford picks one up.
Hey, you can't block it. Sending him to the line can be the next best thing.
And good on the second, so he makes them both. Oklahoma City leading by 6. Pass to Wallace. 4-3. Gets it to go. That makes him 2 for 3 in this game.
And that's what they want to do. Get him open looks early.
Now DeRozan. On the mark with the 15-footer.
Yeah, how many times have we seen that from DeRozan? The mid-range maestro does it again.
And another 3 for Oklahoma City.
And they're behind right now because they're failing to play quality defense. It's that simple.
And it's DeRozan missing. DeMar DeRozan, an impressive scorer who takes relatively few three-point shots, Greg.
Yeah, the arc is not his primary focus. He'd rather pick you apart in the mid-range, but he does it so consistently that the points pile up quick. They're not wasting any time putting their stamp on this game. What a start.
Yeah, but you can't let up at all. They've got a chance to put this game away early, and they should take it.
Oh, the lost art of the mid-range jumper. DeRozan dialing it in.
.59 seconds left in the first quarter of the game.
They've been very effective so far. A balanced attack at its best.
Yeah, now it's all about maintaining this lead, but you can't start playing it safe. You got to keep attacking and executing.
To the middle. Here's Smith. Oh, the dunk by Smith.
They've controlled the paint so far. That's been the difference.
Yeah, it's not difficult to figure out why they've built this lead. They have been dominant in the paint.
Shot clock at 5. Pass to Capella. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. Here's Howard. Outside Love. Picked by Carter. And here's Love. Guarded by Capella. Back to Avdia. 6 to shoot. And the shot goes down.
And you like the balance here. Not just falling in love with the 3-ball.
Here's Wallace. Knocks down the long J. Wallace has got 12.
Their ability to space the floor has been the story of this game.
Yeah, we thought this might be the case. You see a few of those go through the net, it becomes contagious.
20.
We welcome you back to second quarter action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And a very convincing performance from the Thunder so far.
Just excellent first quarter defense. They've been really getting after it.
Yeah, but it's hard to keep that kind of intensity for the entire game. But if they can come close to that, they'll be in a great spot.
A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Chet Holmgren makes up for his light frame with aggression. He said, quote, "You don't have to take a second look at me now to know that I'm not the biggest dude width-wise, so I have to hit first. Otherwise, the game's not going to go in my favor when things get physical," unquote. Brian, you agree?
I do, and you can tell he just refuses to back down, Allie. Here's Henderson, following the bucket by Oklahoma City.
Nice rebound. Trying to match the other team's intensity right now.
Pass to Dort. Now here's Holmgren. An important role in this offense, averaging around 12.5 per game. The three from Ball. He buries it from three. Ball's got his second bucket on the night. Well, Grant, as you always say, in the playoffs, you need a player who can score in isolation.
That's true, B.A. And in a 7-game series, defense is disrupt your set offense. If your stars can go mano-a-mano and create something out of nothing, that's often the best you can get.
Henderson gets it to go. His second make in 6 tries.
Well, look, you're going to get bumps and bruises playing in this league. Henderson with a great finish through the contact.
The Trailblazers making a switch here. It's stolen by Henderson. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Blazers will retain possession.
Out of bounds. Trailblazers ball.
Here's Randall. Finally gets one to go. That makes him 1 for 5 in this game.
Letting Randall get inside with the ball was a bad mistake. His finishing ability got him to the bucket.
From deep, Gilgeous-Alexander. Randall pulls down the board. Blazers trail by 12. Tipped away. Here we go, all alone. And Williams punches it home.
And the quickness in transition. I mean, I like watching Williams convert in these situations.
And Chauncey Billups calls time out here. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan. And here's Ball. He'll bring it up for the Trailblazers. Three-pointer. Can't get it to go. 2 for 4 thus far. Thunder leading by 14. Outside, Williams. Lets the three fly. And count it. Now 5 for 7.
A shot that Williams continues to work on. You love seeing these type of results. Playing from behind, it's amazing he chose a dunk with that high a difficulty rating.
Yeah, no question. That was a stellar move with plenty of swagger. Gilgeous-Alexander. Missed it. 3 for 6 now. Pass to Randall. Shot from the low block. Holmgren with the block.
Wow, I mean, the 7'6" wingspan coming in handy. Holmgren loves swatting away shots just like this. Just great positioning to get the rebound, then get it back up.
From deep, Gilgeous-Alexander. And again, Oklahoma City with a triple.
Keep getting him the ball. He's been a huge part of this offense.
Well, that was clearly a foul.
Portland shooting their 5th and 6th free throw attempts tonight. The first free throw is good.
Well, for Sharp, it's about shooting a good percentage. When he does that, he's an impactful player.
The kick out to Williams. Let's go with a 3. And give him another one. He's 6 of 8 and looking solid.
Man, they're having a hard time defending the triple. That's 3 in a row.
There's Ball with a 3. Oklahoma City grabs the miss.
Look, I know he wanted to answer with a 3 of his own, but you gotta play smarter. Play your game, not theirs.
Gilgeous-Alexander's shot is good.
The defense is nowhere to be found guarding the three-point shot.
Randall outside. Holmgren with the block.
He times his blocks almost perfectly. Holmgren stands his ground and forces the shooter to commit first.
Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. 12 points for him. A shot by Brown, no good. Ball with it. Down low. No luck on that one. Great D that time from Holmgren. Oklahoma City leading by 19. Williams misses. And it's the Trailblazers' ball. Next matchup, they'll be home against the Nets. It'll be a quick stopover at home before they have to get back out on the road.
Certain guys can remake their games to fit the times. Randall's worked on his right hand and his jump shooting. He's a much more versatile threat now in the offensive end.
At the line for two.
You know, a reliable veteran like Julius Randle is so valuable. He provides a foundation for everyone else to play off of because they know he'll be there to score and help out. He makes it easier for other players to succeed around him.
Now here's Smith. Out to the right wing. Pass to Gafford. And the dunk by Gafford.
He may give up a little size, but has the bounce to hold his own.
Off the outside. Picked by Carter. To the inside. Here's Randall. And it's Randall with the jam.
Wow, Julius Randle. We could feel the floor shaking on that one.
From outside the arc. Portland with a rebound.
Well, this was his shot to miss, honestly. Poor coverage, good setup. He just couldn't knock it down.
Thunder leading by 17. There's Howard with the three. And it's slammed in by Carter.
Grabs the board and goes right in for the putback. I love it, B.A.
Yeah, wanted to close the gap. Makes sense to get aggressive on the glass here. It's stolen by Howard. Now the Blazers moving it up. Carter can't get it to go. Fantastic ball movement for them tonight.
Things are definitely working offensively. A balanced attack is just so much harder to defend.
Hits the trifecta. Wallace has got 15 points.
Lackluster defense, showing no desire to chase shooters off that line.
Randall with it. Watched by Wallace. There's Howard with the three. Doesn't go for him. Here's Oklahoma City now. Pass to Wallace. Here's the three. Sends it home from three-point land. He's got 18.
Just incredible. I mean, he's really making it rain out there, knocking them down one after another.
Well, what I love about his three-point shooting is the spacing that he's adding. It makes things a lot easier for everyone else.
Nails it from beyond the arc.
The assist numbers certainly stand out. They've really emphasized ball movement here today. And they keep on figuring out ways to force the rock inside and convert.
So it's Oklahoma City now. After the basket by Portland. Pass to Wallace. Fires for three. And Dawkins pulls it down.
Well, the defense got lucky there. More often than not, he's making that shot.
There's a screen. And here's Randall. There's 45 seconds left in the second period. Rebound by the Trailblazers. Outside Carter. The three-pointer off the mark.
And just terrible defense. I don't know how he missed that shot.
Randall with it. Guarded by Smith. Randall can't hit.
Hey, the struggle is real.
Timeout,
he hasn't found much success with his offense today.
And Mark Daigneault has called a timeout. He wants a few moments to regroup with his players. There's 14 seconds left to play in the second quarter. To the paint. With 4 on the clock. And finished off by Gafford as he lays it in.
Credit their discipline. They've been working for high percentage shots.
And some nice defense there to end the quarter. And it goes out of bounds. That went off Gafford. It's stolen away. And so it's Oklahoma City. A huge 24-point lead for them. A big difference in shooting percentages. That's why they lead. We'll be right back with you shortly.
66. The Trailblazers, 42.
Just about ready for the second half here. A big comeback is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. Now Portland with it. Henderson outside. Randall on the screen. Henderson misses.
And it didn't register as an official block, but he did everything you want in disrupting that shot.
Well, you know, sometimes the most pivotal plays don't always go on the stat sheet.
And something that makes SGA so dangerous on offense is elite drive and kick ability.
Yeah, you have to load towards him when he comes off a high pick. He just draws so much attention and can find another cutter or spot-up shooter. He has so much gravity to his game.
Now here's Henderson. Ball outside. Pass to Randall. Now here's Henderson. Takes it inside. And a strong finish with 2 hands.
Yeah, head first down the lane. Henderson wants to throw it down on your head.
And there's the call on Lonzo Ball. That's foul number 2 for him.
Second team foul.
Pass to Williams. The 3. Randall pulls down the board. And so it's Ball with it. He brings it up for the Portland Trailblazers. A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Hey, Brian, the Thunder have some grit. Coach Mark Daigneault said we compete, and on nights we aren't, we get back to that very quickly. The competition level and the willingness to do it together is the foundational piece. Brian?
All right, Allie, good stuff there. Thank you. Williams from long range. And score it. That now makes him 7 for 11 in this game.
They're getting torched on the perimeter. 4 of the last 5 buckets have been threes.
Henderson misses.
Wow, his shooting woes continue, and it's weighing down this offense.
Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Shot clock at 6. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. And we all know about Stan the analyst and Stan the coach. But when you played in college, what was your game like, Stan?
Hey, Brian, I had the game that would get you beat as coach. I will say my greatest strength was this. I was never once accused of overpassing.
The black hole. That is Stan Van Gundy. Timeout called, Portland. Oklahoma City making a switch here.
Substitution on the court.
Two minutes gone in this third quarter now. DeRozan looks it over. There's the drive. Here's Ayton. Rejected by Holmgren. To the inside. Down low. Williams with it. Now guarded by Ayton. From deep, Holmgren. Rebound by the Trailblazers.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
Here's DeRozan. The shot won't fall. Here's Brown. 6 points for him. Back to Williams. Right wing. Oh, he tries a three. Ball with the rebound.
Since halftime, they've missed 3 of their first 4 shots. Still trying to get their legs under them.
To the middle. Ayton.
Defensive foul.
And slammed it home. And a foul. A chance at another point at the line.
First team foul.
It's going to go on Chet Holmgren. And this will be a second trip to the free throw line. And Grant, while we want the officials to get it right, I'm sure the league would like to shorten that time officials are at the table.
Tell me about it. You wonder if a time limit should be instituted. If they can't figure it out after a minute or so, just go with how it was called on the floor.
That's inexcusable defense right there. You gotta contest the shot better than that.
Pass to Dawkins. Back to DeRozan. The fadeaway. Dort grabs the miss.
I know he's on a cold streak, but he can't let that get in his head.
Yeah, they might want to draw something up here to get him something at the rim or get him to the free throw line. Sometimes that's all it takes to snap a cold streak.
14 foul.
The free throw drops for Williams.
And really strong at the line since the break.
Portland making a switch here. Henderson scanning the floor. And he jams it home with authority.
Yeah, love seeing the young guard Henderson take charge like this, making things happen on the drive.
Here's Wallace. And the three off target. On the wing, DeRozan. Looking at his numbers, currently he's averaging around 9 points a game. Back to Carter. No good on the shot. Oh, plenty of contact on that shot. Officials call the foul, and he'll take 2 free throws now. DeMar DeRozan picks one up. And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for the Thunder.
Well, their passing has been just exceptional, and it's opened up the floor for them on numerous occasions.
And we also got to talk about the number of points they've scored in transition, just jumping all over the opposition in this regard.
Pass to Gafford. Here's Wallace. And Dawkins pulls it down.
And even with the miss, that's a high percentage shot for him.
On the attack, Carter. Here's Diabate. Carter with it. Oh, he picked him clean. In transition, here they come. Oh, he packs it down.
That is incredible.
And a two-handed jam.
And I think that play tells you everything you need to know. They're simply playing at a higher level, getting a steal and turning it into quick points. Hey, they're just getting pushed around inside.
Wallace outside. This one for 3. Good. Now 7 for 11 on the night.
Here in the second half, they're really focused on stretching the floor.
Yeah, and where has the defense been? They've been content to let them fire away. They've got to close out to the arc. Well, if you have the space, you have to take that shot. He missed it, but he's trying to keep the defense honest.
On offense, here are the Trailblazers. They need something good to happen here.
Yeah, they've gone way too long without a score.
Well, the defense catches a break there. You expect him to make those.
Here's Smith. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. He's 0 for 1 at the line, missing on his first trip. That's good from Smith.
They're doing great work at the free throw line this half. That bodes well for their chances to close out this game.
Time called here. The Thunder decide to talk it over. making a switch here. Smith hits them both. And here's Carter. Pass to Love. Shot to stop the run. Out of bounds. It'll be Oklahoma City's ball.
Oklahoma City ball.
So it's Oklahoma City now. The Lakers will be traveling in to face them after this one. That game will be the third of 5 at home. Here's Wallace. And it's all from three-point range. And so it's Avdia with it. He brings it up for the Trailblazers.
2 minutes
Over Dort.
2 minutes.
Back to Avdia. Pass to Love. Here's Diabate. Second shot opportunity. Ooh, excellent D there from Smith. So it's Oklahoma City now. Inside. Oh, got a piece of it. Puts up a deep three. Love grabs the miss.
It's been an ugly quarter for him. Trying to shoot his way out of it. Might be time to work on the playmaking skills.
Here's Carter. And he drives in. Oh, here's Love with the jam.
Yeah, and that said, it's hard to stop Love. He can roll to the hoop, pop out for the jumper.
Screen by Capella. Pass to Dort. For 3, Smith. Sinks the tray. Smith's got 7.
Well, that's basically a warm-up 3 for him. The defense can't allow him that caliber of attempt.
There's a screen by Love. There's Howard with the 3. Up again. Controls the rebound and the putback.
Woo, hard work creating the second chance opportunity.
Wallace outside. 3-pointer. Love grabs the miss.
He just keeps firing from distance. I know he's trying to heat up, but at what cost?
And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up.
First personal foul.
Lou Dort picks one up. First free throw is good.
Shooting for
So it's both teams making substitutions here. 20 seconds left in the third. And there's the call on Lonzo Ball. That's his 3rd foul so far. Bonus situation in effect, so we'll head to the line for 2. This will be his 3rd trip to the free throw line. And he knocks down the first one.
The skills of SGA, they're so unique. His ball handling, shooting, length. Not a lot of guys like Shea in the league. You really have to appreciate what they've done at the free throw line in this half.
Here's Randall. That one goes. Count it. Randall's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
Yeah, so skilled offensively. Getting the ball in his hands is generally a good idea.
And he was dominant in their last outing. And the same thing here tonight. He is in a terrific groove right now.
Yeah, for sure. He is just oozing confidence. Thinks every shot is going in. They should just keep running sets for him.
59.
And we reach the 4th quarter in a game that may already be out of hand. Here's Oklahoma City now. Coach, what's the challenge of NBA travel like?
Well, look, all of us in the NBA just have to come clean on this. We travel on first-class charters. We're taken care of as well as you can possibly be taken care of. It's just that there's a lot of travel in an NBA season, and if you're on the coast, you probably feel it a little bit more even than the teams in the middle of the country.
And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
First personal foul.
Man, the defender really went after him.
At the line for 2.
So 1 for 2 that time at the stripe. Ball outside. Randall outside. Over Wiggins. Randall can't hit. Wallace right side. For 3. He can't get that one to fall. To the middle. Here's Ayton. Wiggins with a steal. Wallace with it. Guarded now by Ball. Wiggins outside. From downtown. And another miss by Oklahoma City. And Ball will bring it up here for the Portland Trailblazers. They've only given up 1 point in the fourth. Ayton, no good. And we've made our way through just over a minute and a half of this fourth quarter. It's Sharp on the wing. Launches it. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. And up the court come the Thunder on the break. Throws it up high. Going inside. Oh, some serious power to finish that one off.
What a slam. That dunk was just ridiculous.
You see the defense, Grant? They're all making business decisions up there.
He makes the D look silly. What an incredible move.
Man, how about that finish right there? Not too bad.
Second team foul.
Yeah, I think he's letting his emotions get the better of him on that foul.
Pass to Wiggins. Ooh, Ayton with the block.
Access there denied by DeAndre Ayton.
For 3, Randall. Offensive rebound. Oh, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Well, they're behind, but it's certainly not because of him. He's doing everything he can. He just needs more help from his teammates.
He just rises up and throws it down hard with one hand.
That is such a go-to move for him. He holds nothing back on those. Pass to Henderson. Driving inside. And he says right back at you with a big dunk of his own.
Yeah, and Henderson has got some hops for sure. You cannot let him get to the rim.
Can't get it to drop. So it's Portland now. It's Sharp on the wing. Jacks up a 3. He drops it from range.
And you see right there the practice time Sharp's put in. Sound shooting mechanics for a guy who hasn't played a lot of games in his career.
Well, Grant, in terms of scheduling, you see any way to eliminate back-to-backs?
You know, I'm not a big fan of eliminating back-to-backs, but to answer your question, BA, you have 2 choices. Either fewer regular season games or extend the season by a few weeks. I don't think either one of those options is in our future.
Pass to Holmgren with the drive. And the big finish by Holmgren.
And putting some power behind his drive. Holmgren managing to get there for an easy slam.
Carter from outside. On target from range.
Back-to-back threes, making their defense work on the perimeter a bit.
Now Dort. Uncovered. Connects. The jumper drops. Now Portland with it. Left side Carter. Gilgeous-Alexander with a steal. And up the court come the Thunder on the break. Pass to Brown. Here's Williams. And Dawkins pulls it down. And a big issue for them, turnovers.
Yeah, you just can't give away possessions in this league.
Henderson outside. He's off on the layup.
Uh-oh. Did he change his mind on the way up? I think he did.
Here's Williams. And Williams punches it home.
And staring at a sizable deficit, the defense has to tighten up.
Timeout. And for some reason, he decided to foul there.
Yeah, B.A., that's an odd move. Maybe there's something else behind it.
Time called here. The Thunder decide to talk it over. So both teams making some changes here. So it's Portland now. To the paint. Here's Carter. Oh, and makes it with the kiss. Carter's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Well, he was scuffling with this shot in the first half, but since the break, he's been putting it all together.
And there's the foul. It'll go on DeMar DeRozan. That's his third foul of the game. Well, Grant, it appears that league expansion is around the corner. Any concerns about spreading the talent too thin?
Not really, B.A. I mean, the global pool of players competing for an NBA roster spot has never been deeper. So there's plenty of talent to go around.
And count it. The shot is good, and he'll go to the line.
Superior strength on display. Randall just refusing to let the defense slow him down there.
The free throw drops for Randall.
They're doing some good work at the line this half.
Here's Lee. Pass to Ivasic. Down low. Soft touch off the glass. Ivasic got his first bucket in this one.
Well, he saw the height advantage he had and went right up with it. That's exactly what you want him to do there.
Henderson. And that one's long.
Well, the defense just gave him that shot, and he wasn't able to convert. Very disappointing.
Here's Brown. It's tipped. Knocked away. Wallace with it. Randall's in his pocket.
You can't run the alley-oop from much further out than that.
That was absolutely crazy. Throws it down, and the official calls a foul. It may be a three-point play. That one on Capella.
He was gripping the rock on the weight of the slam.
No way he was going to get stripped on that one. Stan, there are lots of loud arenas in the NBA. What was the toughest place for you to win?
Well, Brian, it was against whoever had the best players on the other side.
Good on the bucket.
Like a matador. Olay! There was no defense. That has to be one of the easier shots I've seen tonight.
An unorganized defense like that is not going to help them close this deficit.
And it's Randall with the jam.
This is why you put the ball in his hands. An accurate pass hitting a moving target.
Smith outside. Six on the shot clock. Randall with a steal. Here's Carter. That's bucket number 5. He's 5 for 12 now.
And you can see how scary this team can be when everything is clicking for them. Just a terrific performance for the Thunder.
And it was a big-time performance across the board. They looked like they were having fun out there, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., it was almost like watching a cat play with a mouse. I mean, they did pretty much anything they wanted to do out there today.
This will mark their 13th win of the year. Not a bad number.
And against a familiar opponent, it's nice to establish a psychological advantage with a win in the first game. Hey, when in doubt, run the defender off the screen.
And you know, with a result like that, we'll see them run it again.
Yeah, defensive breakdown there. Gotta communicate and switch that screen.
Out left to the wing. Smith with it. Picked up by DeRozan. Intercepted. Here's Randall. And it's Randall with the jam.
One positive takeaway, At least they're finally showing signs of life out there.
Yeah, a loss stings a little less if you at least feel like you put up a fight, but only a little less.
9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Sinks that one from the post.
The assist, DeMar DeRozan.
There's 25 seconds left in the game. Pass to Wallace. And here's Gafford. "11 seconds left to play in the fourth." Portland with a rebound. Looking to get back on track. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line.
First personal foul. 15
No debate there. He got hammered.
At the line for the Trailblazers, DeMar.
DeRozan hits them both. And so it's the Thunder.
Trying to take my blessings. They ain't trying to see me. All these people with bad energy, yeah.